You ever been flipping through the channels and you come across Jay Leno and you stop for a minute and you listen to him, and it's you and some friends and maybe you guys kind of chuckle a little bit here and there, and then you all announce how much Jay Leno sucks and then you keep changing channels? That's an interesting phenomena to me. It's not that he's not making me laugh, because he does, not like uproariously, because most of his jokes are pretty, standard stuff, but they're standard for a reason. They kinda work on a really broad audience. So, why is it that I think he's horrible? Why is it that most people I know think he's horrible? You could speculate that we all just hate him because it's trendy to hate him. It's cool to hate Jay Leno. It's definitely not cool to like Jay Leno. And maybe there's some truth to that. A lot of us do things because of a certain amount of social pressure being applied to us, but I don't think that's the reason. I think the reason is that for most of us, it's not enough to just laugh at something. A lot of shit's funny. A fucking doofus dancing around in a banana costume can be mildly amusing.
I'm a banana, I'm a banana, I'm a banana, look at me, man!
But there's no weight to it. It's like the difference between having sex with a prostitute and having passionate sex with someone that you genuinely have some sort of emotional attachment to, even if that emotion is just an insane level of lust. It's different because there is an emotional difference. There's no physiological difference going on there. It's the same exact act, but the emotion gives it power. And I think that for comedy, it's the same way. You can laugh at a lot of stuff, but unless you're laughing at something that has some sort of true emotional value to you, it doesn't really have that same catharsis. It doesn't have that same power. I think that the great comedians are the transgressive comedians. The comedians that don't merely make us laugh, they make us laugh at our own vulnerabilities, at the things that we're scared of, or have some deep aversion to, because behind every aversion, there is a sense of attraction. There is this need to explore the darker side of our psyche, and comedians make that infinitely more palatable. With that in mind, I have concocted this list of my top 10 favorite comedians. I would never be so arrogant as to say that these are the 10 greatest comedians of all time, but they're my 10 favorite. Number 10, Doug Stanhope. I like Doug Stanhope because he's probably one of the most fearless comedians I've ever seen. I've never seen anyone, maybe except for a few other guys, who have the level of fearlessness on stage that he does. You can tell that there's really not any sort of filter between his brain and his mouth. There's not any of that tentativeness. There's not any of that squeamishness.
You know how the pro-life folk are so fond of the dead fetus photo? They get a picture of an aborted fetus and they run home and they blow it up large on a placard and they bring it down to their protest rally and they shove it in your face at 9:30 in the morning. Look at that! Look at that! This is what abortion does right there! Don't you turn away! This is abortion! You're like, I'm just going to the ATM. I'm not going in this place. I'm just clear the sidewalk, lady. I'm hungover. But I'm going to barf anyway.
Number 9, Lewis Black. Lewis Black is actually kind of the polar opposite of Doug Stanhope in that I love his delivery. His delivery can make almost anything funny.
Our country had water coming to our homes. And even if we were locked out, we could still get it. Clean water, and we said, no, fuck you. I don't want it to be that goddamn convenient. I want to drive and drive and drive and look for water like my ancestors did.
Number 8, Eddie Murphy. It's pretty easy to figure out the cons of Eddie Murphy. Pretty much any Eddie Murphy after 1985 is a con. But before 1985, Eddie Murphy was fucking golden.
Mad, the only good show on TV now is Star Trek. That's some good shit. I like Captain Kirk and shit. Captain Kirk will fuck anybody. I seen him beam down on a planet. Ever see the episode he fucked this green bitch? You got to be a horny motherfucker to fuck a green bitch. mean, I ain't no racist, but if the bitch is green, there's something wrong with the pussy.
Number 7, Sam Kinison. Sam Kinison had a very loud, very powerful, very aggressive style of delivery, and his material matched his style. He took on things like religion and politics and the bedroom before comedians were really doing stuff like that in big numbers.
No wife would buy this fucking story. Good luck. Good luck with this story. First of all, he leaves on Friday afternoon with 12 other guys. He's gone for 3 days. No message, no way to get in touch with her. He comes home Monday afternoon looking like he hasn't slept. Seems like he's partied out, man. And Mrs. Jesus is just waiting, going, oh, okay, I guess it's day 3 of this show. All right. Oh, great. Well, I'm glad you can find your way home, Savior. Where's your 12 friends who won't get a job? How are they? Yeah, disciples my ass. They're losers. Every one of them are using them. You're not even smart enough to know it. Anybody says, I believe, we put them up and feed them. I'm secular. Where are they at? Jesus is going, I don't need this shit.
Number 6, David Cross. The thing I like about David Cross is that he can make something that's horribly sad and totally not funny something that actually is really fucking funny.
I'm watching these guys, he's you know, just purposefully misinformed people, believe, you know, just they're crazy shit that they believe. You know, like, Obama's a Nazi! He wants health care for everybody! He's a Nazi! He's a Muslim! He's a communist, socialist, black Muslim Nazi! It's the worst kind of Nazi there is! That's the most dangerous, sneaky Nazi, I think. He's a zombie, too. I think he's a zombie.
Number 5, Bill Maher. The thing that I definitely like about Bill Maher is how absolutely and unabashedly partisan he is. There is no, I'm on everyone's side, I'm criticizing both sides equally. None of that. He is firmly on one side, criticizing the other. And I admire that.
We found out that Vioxx relieves the pain and stiffness of arthritis by killing you. A couple of weeks ago, it was Avandia, whatever that is, raises heart attack levels by 43%. That seems like a lot to me. Ask your undertaker if Avandia is right for you. I mean, seriously, if this shit was any more lethal, the Chinese would put it in your toothpaste.
Number 4, Patton Oswalt. What you have to love about this comedian is his sheer descriptive power coupled with his amazing imagination. He really weaves these scenarios for you to the point where you can see them very vividly in your mind. It's hard for someone who's standing on stage talking into a mic to use sight gags, but Patton Oswalt really pulls it off.
It was whoever was the biggest, fucked, killed, ate anything they wanted. That was it. Civilization was a huge psychopath with a club going, I'm gonna have rape for dinner. That was it. That's as far as we were gonna go. And then, one of my ancestors, some weakling, said, look, there's no way I can beat that guy. But what if I trick him into thinking that if he doesn't kill and rape people while he's down here, when he dies, there's a magic city in the clouds, and he can go up and have all the cake he wants. Now, that's not a very well-formed plan, but he went and told the big psycho, and the psycho heard that and said, yeah, I like cake. Boom! There you go. That was the beginning of civilization. Now we can work on fire and writing and agriculture. That's religion. It's the old sky cake dodge. It worked.
Number 3, Chris Rock. I like Chris Rock because he has this uncanny ability to cut through massive amounts of bullshit and get to the emotional, visceral core of things.
Gotta get rid of the guns. Fuck that, I like guns. You got a gun, you don't have to work out. I ain't working out. I I ain't jogging. You got pecs, I got pecs. Oh, man, shit. You don't need no gun control. You know what you need? We need some bullet control. We need to control the bullets. That's right. I think all bullets should cost $5,000. $5,000 for a bullet. You know why? Because if a bullet costs $5,000, there'll be no more innocent bystanders. Every time somebody gets shot, you be like, damn, he must have did something. Shit, they put $50,000 worth of bullets in his hand. And people will think before they kill somebody if a bullet costs $5,000. Man, I would blow your fucking head off if I could afford it.
Number 2, Bill Hicks. You know that stuff I said about Patton Oswalt a little bit earlier? Well, Bill Hicks does that same shit even better.
I was in Nashville, Tennessee last week, and after the show I went to a Waffle House, right? And I'm sitting there and I'm eating and I'm reading a book. I don't know anybody, I'm alone. I'm eating and I'm reading a book. And this waitress comes over to me. What's he reading for? I said, wow, I've never been asked that. Not what am I reading, but what am I reading for? Well, God damn it, you stumped me. I guess I read for a lot of reasons, but the main one is so I don't end up being a fucking waffle waitress. Yeah, that'd be real high on the list. Then this trucker in the next booth gets up, stands over me and goes, well, looks like we got ourselves a reader. Well, what the fuck's going on? Like I walked into a Klan rally in a Boy George costume or something. Am I stepping out of some intellectual closet here? I read. There, I said it.
Number 1, George motherfucking Carlin, bitch. I have a boner right now just because I'm thinking about him. That sexy bald head, the little white goatee, so cute, just want to pull on it. So what do you say about Carlin? Carlin was a brilliant wordsmith, super subversive, absolutely gigantic testicles, would say anything in front of a crowd of any size. I have no criticisms of George Carlin. He is my number 1.
Here's another slogan you run into all the time. God bless America. Once again, respectfully, I say to myself, what the fuck does that mean? God bless America? Is that a request? Is that a demand? Is that a suggestion? Politicians say it at the end of every speech, as if it were some sort of verbal tic that they can't get rid of. God bless you and God bless America. God bless you and God bless America. I guess they figure if they leave it out, someone's going to think they're bad Americans. Let me tell you a little secret about God, folks. God does not give a flying fuck about America, okay? He doesn't care. He never cared about this country. He never has, he never will. He doesn't care about this country any more than he cares about Mongolia, Transylvania, Pittsburgh, the Suez Canal, or the North Pole. He simply doesn't care, okay? He doesn't care. Listen, hey, there are 200 countries in the world now. Do these people honestly think that God is sitting around picking out his favorites? Why would he do that? Why would God have a favorite country? And why would it be America out of all the countries? Because we have the most money? Because he likes our national anthem? Maybe it's because he heard we have 18 delicious flavors of classic rice-a-roni. It's delusional thinking. It's delusional thinking, and Americans are not alone with these sort of delusions. Military cemeteries around the world are packed with brainwashed, dead soldiers who are convinced God was on their side. America prays for God to destroy our enemies. Our enemies pray for God to destroy us. Somebody's going to be disappointed. Somebody's wasting their fucking time. Could it be everyone?